goal number one is keep your head above water. So once I did that, I met Teddy through the long story, but I have a friend named Rob Moore, one of my very best friends, nicest guy in the world. He was a PR professional in New York and did the same thing. He just went freelance. He was working at Edelman. He started doing PR work, and we both coincidentally moved to LA at the same time from New York. He was working for small clients, and I told him, you should work for some fighters. My friend Mike Lee, speaking of Notre Dame, was a Notre Dame grad, and I said, you should do some work for Mike Lee. He started doing stuff for Mike Lee. He had Mike Lee in Wall Street Journal, Men's Health. Mike already had a following, but Rob did some great work for him. And Mike's dad introduced Rob to Teddy, and they were starting to use Teddy less at ESPN. That's a whole nother long story, but he connected with Rob. And Teddy is an old school, almost like the movie Goodfellas or Godfather type guy. Like, he does not trust anyone until they've earned his trust. And Rob said, Teddy, you should have a podcast so people know you're still out there. You can't let ESPN control your access to the fans. And he said, you, as a suggestion, maybe you could do it with my friend Ken. He's a big fight fan. I think he would be good at this. So we had lunch together. Teddy agreed to give it a shot, and the rest is history. We started recording the podcast together, and over time, our relationship has become like built on trust and love and respect. And he's like, we're like a little family. And even like a family, I always tell people, like, dude, I have fights with my wife, and she's like my closest friend in the world. So you're going to have disagreements with friends and business partners. It's not about having disagreements. It's about how do you work through them. So anyway, I digress again, but we started working together, and we just slowly started getting better and better. And then UFC guys started mentioning that they heard this on Teddy Atlas and that on Teddy Atlas. And we started reaching out, and now we've interviewed, I think, every single champion, maybe except Kamaru Usman. We've had, obviously, Vasily Lomachenko, Alex Voss. I mean, we've had like superstars. We've been very fortunate.
The Pod Matrix.